So this is the XAU USD analysis for Monday the 12th of Monday the 12th of March. Now let's have a look what happened prices and where prices may likely go. So previously we had prices coming towards this 1340, had sell side momentum, found resistance 1328. Downside continuation all the way down towards this 1358. We traded slightly below the 1358. So we had a consolidation, broke down beneath the 1320, tested 1320, broke down towards the 1358 of our next range level. Started trade slightly below it, from which we did see bullish buy side momentum take us back above the 1320. Had a brief consolidation here. We've come down and tested the 1320, and we do appear to be holding 1320 at present. So if we continue to hold 1320, we are looking for further upside continuation. So we've got our lows here, potentially a higher low at the 1320.25. And if we do hold on to the 1320.25, and I suppose this level here in around the 17, we've got a mine level in around the 1317. We've got a mine level here in around 1317. But ultimately, we are looking, if we do hold on to the 1320.25, we are looking for further upside continuation. We'll see our price react to our most recent swing high here in the market in around the 1325. But ultimately, we are looking for a price head up towards our 1328. It is I wouldn't say it's a minor level. I suppose it is a minor level in comparison with, say, 1334.50 or 1320.25, but we are looking for prices head up towards our 1328 swing in this market. If we can break above and hold on to that level, we are looking to see our price erect around 1330, where we do have the added confluence of the 400, well, not a confluence, we do have the 400 period moving average, which could potentially act as a dynamic level of resistance, a successful break from which we're looking for price head up towards our 1334.50, and if we do break from there to the upside, we are looking for prices head up towards that 1340 level. If, however, we do break down from where we are at present of the 1320, or we do head up towards 1325 or 1328, and we do see that sell side momentum come back into this market, we are looking for prices to break down to test the old lows here in around 1358, and a successful break from which to the downside, we are looking for prices to head down towards the 1305, which is a very strong major level here marked out in black. Wouldn't anticipate prices moving beyond 1305, but if we did move beyond 1305, we're looking for prices to head down towards the 1300 level, which would potentially be, which I would probably think would be the far end of the range here on Monday, the 12th of March. I don't think there would be anything volatile enough to take us down towards the 1300 level. So I move down towards 1305 later in the week, but we do have to be aware that we have posted a low in around a major support. I wouldn't say it's major support in around 1358. So there is a potential for a higher low and upwards continuation, despite the most recent trend being slightly to the downside. Yep, despite the recent trend being to the downside, the fact that we have seen such a strong bullish reaction from 1358 all the way above the 1320, and we do have to be aware that there is a potential again for upside continuation. And that pretty much wraps up the XAUUSD analysis here on the hourly chart. So we'll have a look at the higher time frames, and if we head over to the monthly chart and we get the scale on here correct, we remove the drawings. So on this monthly chart of the XAUUSD, we've seen a pretty strong sell side momentum, formed a bit of a low here, had prices head upwards, formed a higher low, had this we've had this move upwards, slow in its in the way prices have developed. It's been pretty slow in covering this distance, but it remains up nonetheless. So we have a low, higher low, had this move upwards, brief pullback, upside continuation. So we are increasingly posting a series of higher lows. So we do appear to be heading upwards in the XAUUSD. We do appear to be changing the trend somewhat, as we can see here. We were operating beneath the 20 period moving average. We've broken above and held above the 20 period moving average for quite a while now. So we do seem poised for further upside momentum on the XAUUSD. And if we head over to the old weekly chart, and we get scale on here correct, and there we are. So over here on the weekly chart, we've got a lows here. We've got a high, higher low, and a higher low. And again, we've got a series of higher highs. We've come in towards the 400 period moving average, had a pullback, posted a higher low there. Into the 400 period moving average again, we've seen sell side momentum. So we'll see whether this pullback takes us down to possibly even the it will be a fairly sizable retracement, but nothing to be too concerned about, I wouldn't think. And we'll see if whether from this sell side momentum from this as we did on this occasion here, from the 400 period moving average takes us down to 1280, where we could potentially post another higher low, possibly looking for a test and break of the 400 period moving average, after which we're looking to test these old highs here in around 1375 from 2016. So we'll see whether we do get that upside continuation, but the most recent trend does appear to be to the upside. If we could just draw a rough trend line here, as we can see, the series of higher lows, and we are going to a bit of a price contraction squeezing around this 400 period moving average. And if we head over to the daily chart before wrapping up here, over on the daily chart, suppose we can get our drawings back on the chart. Charts are a bit clustered, so we'll remove the drawings for now. And so over to this daily chart, we can see here we've got our highs, got a slightly lower high, we've got our lows. We made a lower low, slightly lower low, had prices head upwards. So and we do see that sell side momentum come back into the market. So we'll see whether we test these lows here in around 1305, or whether we do post that higher low if we can hold on to the 1358 and 1320, and head back up to test these most recent highs in around that 1357 or so mark. But overall here, we can see that we do have a bit of a base slightly below the 1310 in around the 1305. Even though we are posting these lower highs, the most recent trend is to the upside, despite this consolidation that we have here. We do have a most recent trend to the upside, this consolidation. So we'll see whether we continue to post lower highs and test these lows and a breakdown towards that, possibly that 1280 I was saying on the weekly time frame, to post a higher low, or whether we can find that support at 1320 to head back up to test these most recent highs. But those are pretty much the levels that we are looking at on the XAUUSD. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the XAUUSD analysis. Thanks for watching.